Hey guys, Everything NFL here, and today I am bringing you a video where we talk about the rise of quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Gardner Minshew, talking all the way from the start of high school to where he is in the National Football League today. No messing about, let's get right into it. Gardner Flint Minshew II was born in Flowood, Mississippi on May 16, 1996. Minshew attended Brandon High School in Brandon, Mississippi, where he played QB for the Brandon Bulldogs from 2011 to 2014. He shone in 2014 especially, with 3,541 passing yards, 31 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions, and he was a 3-star recruit coming out of high school. Minshew began his college career at Northwest Mississippi Community College. He led the team to an NJCAA National Football Championship, passing for 3,228 yards with a 60.8 completion percentage. I don't have the stats how many touchdowns and interceptions he threw in the game. In 2016, Minshew transferred to East Carolina University. He only started 2 games in 7 appearances, but he began to show his talents late in the season by passing for over 350 yards in 3 consecutive games, 463 yards and 3 touchdowns against Houston, 444 yards and 4 touchdowns against Cincinnati, and 351 yards against Memphis. Minshew finished the year with 2,140 passing yards and 16 touchdowns for the Pirates. Minshew received his bachelor's degree from East Carolina University in December 2017. In the fall of 2018, Minshew enrolled as a graduate student at Washington State. He became eligible immediately under the NCAA's grad transfer rules. He immediately helped Washington State to a school record 11 wins, which talks about the impact he had straight away on the team. Unreal how he just stepped in like that and was amazing, helped break some records in his first season at Washington State. He also owns a school record for most touchdowns in a game with 7 touchdowns against Arizona. Unheard of to get that much in one game, but I know it's college football, you can say what you like, it's still amazing. He also owns a Pac-12 single-season record for most passing yards. I'm not sure how many passing yards it is, but he holds a record. And believe it or not, Gardner Minshew finished 5th in Heisman voting in 2018. Absolutely unreal. That's when he decided to commit to the NFL draft. He was slated to be a very late round pick, anywhere between the 5th and the 7th. And he ended up getting drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the 6th round at 178th overall. He was obviously pegged at number 2 on the depth chart. He was brought in to be a backup to new 4-year, $88 million signing quarterback Nick Foles. But in week 1, Nick Foles went down with a broken clavicle in the opening game against the Kansas City Chiefs and was ruled out for a very long time. Minshew stepped in. No one thought it was going to be good. They lost the first game, lost to the Chiefs, but he took over and shone throughout the rest of the season. There was some highs and some lows, but he broke a lot of records, rookie records. He won Pepsi Rookie of the Week many times and was outstanding for a 6th round pick. No one expects as much as he did from a 6th round pick. Absolutely insane. He was eventually benched in week 9 after a 26-3 loss to the Houston Texans, which I happened to be there. It was at Wembley Stadium, one of the best days of my life. If you're an NFL fan in the UK, try and get to a game. It will be one of the best experiences you ever have in your life. It's absolutely insane. And after being benched in week 9, Nick Foles took over again until week 13, where Nick Foles was then benched for Gardner Minshew after some poor play, and Gardner Minshew got the job back. Eventually, it wasn't a fantastic season for Jacksonville, underachieved. They went 6-10, which was another poor season. Considering they picked number 7 last year, they'll be picking at number 9 this year. Minshew threw for 3,271 yards, 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He did have some fumbling issues and some handling issues protecting the football, which were brought up later on in the season. He fumbled 13 times, but was recovered. He recovered the fumbles 6 times. His own team recovered the fumble 6 times, and they lost it 7 times. And it was a very impressive season for a 6th round pick. You don't see 6th round pick players, or quarterbacks especially, having seasons as good as Gardner Minshew did. And now, looking at it, everyone in this offseason was like, what's going to happen with Jacksonville? Is it going to be Nick Foles? Is it going to be Gardner Minshew? Are they going to go out in the draft and get a quarterback like a Jordan Love or a Justin Herbert or anyone? Are they going to do that? Nick Foles was recently traded to the Chicago Bears for a 4th-round pick. It's a good pick for someone that isn't, in my opinion, Nick Foles isn't a star. I knew the deal was bad straight away as soon as it happened. I questioned it immediately, and I was right. He wasn't very good at all. I know he spent a lot of the season injured, but I think even if he wasn't injured, he would have still had a bad season. But who knows? This Minshew coming up, Gardner Minshew coming up the ranks was unprecedented. No one saw it coming, and it was just amazing. And now Nick Foles is gone. The only quarterback on the depth chart is Gardner Minshew. He has got the job on a full-time basis. Only time will tell if he is the guy for Jacksonville. He's still young. He's only 23. He's still got a lot of rookie mistakes he made last year that he will clean up going forward. And I personally think he will be good enough to be a solid starter for this Jacksonville team, who have been in dire straits for a franchise quarterback for a long, long time. Even like Blake Bortles was bad, Nick Foles was pretty bad, Blaine Gabbert was terrible, now Minshew is the first quarterback Jacksonville have had in a very long time to show this much promise. And this is more reason it's going to be very exciting to see what Gardner Minshew does next season in Jacksonville, and whether he can elevate this team to the playoffs in a very tough AFC South that consists of the Deshaun Watson-led Houston Texans, the Phillip Rivers-led Indianapolis Colts, and the Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry fantastic duo of the Tennessee Titans. The division keeps getting harder every year. And will Jacksonville have enough to compete? Only time will tell. They've lost Calais Campbell, but they've got some fantastic faces on the defense with Harrison, Miles Jack, Josh Allen, even Taven Bryan, who's failed a little bit, but they're going to get better in the draft. And the draft is what's going to be interesting for Jacksonville. Do they go for a weapon to help Gardner Minshew, or do they boost up that defense? No one knows. This has turned into more of a Jacksonville video than a Gardner Minshew video. But next season for Gardner Minshew is where he's got to prove himself. If he doesn't prove himself next season, who knows what might happen. Jacksonville might move on for him. He might just end up being a career backup. But personally, I think Gardner Minshew will be solid for the Jacksonville Jaguars for years. And like I said, only time will tell what happens. But let's wait until next season and see. And that is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the likes I get. Hopefully we get some comments today. Don't forget to turn on the notifications so you get notified every single time I upload. And I'll be back tomorrow with more NFL content. See you later, guys.